Vergil, Prima Eclogae, Episode 14. Tityrus, quid facerdrem neque servitio mex irdrelece bat. Nec tam praesentis alabi cognoscere divos, hic illum vidi juvenem meliboi quot annis, bis sen nos qui nostra dies altardria fumant. Hic mihi responsum primus dedit ille petenti, pascitut ante boes puerdri submittite taurdros. Now Tityrus gives his response to his friend Meliboeus, and he says, Quid facerdrem, what could I do? Facerem is the imperfect subjunctive of the verb facio, facere, third conjugation io verb, as it's called, and the subjunctive used here is what's known as a deliberative subjunctive. That is, when one asks oneself a question, it's put into the subjunctive. What could I do? Neque, nec, it was permitted me neither to escape from my servitude, from my slavery. The subject of licebat is this expression, me exire. The subject of an infinitive is always in Latin an accusative. So me is masculine, singular, and accusative, and it is the subject of exire. So my escaping, me exire, my escaping from slavery, servitio, neuter, singular, ablative of separation, was not allowed, licebat, nor was it allowed, licebat, that I, me implicit, or we can just supply it from here, that I look for or recognize gods, divos, elsewhere, gods that were so present, praesentis. Praesentis modifies divos, as is often the case in poetry. This long is the equivalent of ace, which is the accusative of the third declension for the masculine and feminine. So I was not permitted to leave my servitude, and nor could I look for or recognize gods elsewhere, alibi, that were so nearby, tam praesentis. These were the closest ones I could find, he says. And alibi is an adverb. Gives us the English word alibi. Obviously, it means to be elsewhere. Hic vidi, here I saw this young man, illum juvenem, O Meliboeus, masculine, singular, and vocative, as he speaks to his friend. So to contrast alibi, elsewhere, we have this one who is here. The young man, juvenem, to whom, qui, each year, quote annis, through several years, nostra altaria, our altars. These are neuter, plural, and nominative. Our altars smoke, fumant, they give up smoke, or they are smoking, bis senos dies, for twice 6 days. Or we might say it better, for 6 days, 2 times each year. Here, at this point, the repetition of hic, he first, that boy, that young man first, primus ille, gave, dedit, to me, and mihi is modified by petenti, so they are both masculine, singular, and dative, gave to me the answer, responsum. Notice how the word order works. Mihi is a pronoun modified by petenti, they're both dative. Primus is an adjective in the nominative, which itself modifies ille, and they are both nominative. In the center, roughly, is the verb dedit, preceded by its object responsum, which is masculine, singular, and accusative. So this one first gave me my response as I was asking him or seeking him. And this was the answer, pascitut ante boes, pasture your cattle as before, let them loose on the meadow as before. Boys, pueri, slaves, children, something like this. It is a term of endearment and also a term of reproach sometimes. Let out the cattle and raise up your bulls, submittite taurdros. Pascite and submittite are both second plural, and they are both imperatives. Scholars have been debating for a long time who is the ille, Perhaps it is Augustus who restored to the Italian countryside peace and tranquility. He was later Vergil's patron, of course, under Maecenas.